Looks like we're live. We went live early, guys. So let me wait for this sucker to refresh and make sure that's actually showing. But
the Hyundai Tucson.
Freaking ad? I'm getting an ad?
Why am I getting the ad? That's the real question.
Okay, it looks like we're live.
I want to buy a Tucson.
Oh, shit. I got to turn this down. Amateur hour here, guys.
I hope that was one of the comments.
Yeah, I got an ad on my own video. What's up, guys? So we are live right now. I'm going to try not to look at this because this is delayed. But how's it going, everyone? We have a special guest on tonight's live stream. But let me see who is in the chat here. First of all, everyone that is watching currently, let me know how my audio sounds. The normal drills. How's my audio? How's the video? Can you see Ethan Page? Can you see me? There's Ethan Page right there. But Zach Frecking, he has been waiting here for a long time. So I'm going to shout out some of the guys in the chat that were waiting. Zach Frecking, Anthony Anderson, Malika Mbain, Bullwinkle 80 wants to talk about the finale for Mandalorian. We will get into that. And I will give a spoiler warning because there's some freaking spoilers in that. Holy crap. Let's see who else is here. Nightwalker, Montgomery Designs, Anthony Anderson, Mark Rose. How's it going, guys? Rashad. All right, we got people piling in here. Joe Rizzo, Darth Lord, E-Dog. I'm expecting a lot of people to be in here, so I'm going to try and keep up with the chat. We're going to talk about hot toys during this entire episode. But just in case I lose track of the chat, if you want a question answered, again, Super Chat always works. That's always a good thing. But how's it going, guys? How's it going, Ethan Page? Nice to have you.
I'm so excited. Anything that's like not related to wrestling, I love doing. So I'm like, I can't wait to do this.
Awesome. Well, I wrote out a lengthy introduction for you, so I'm going to go ahead and do it right now.
All right, I'm excited for this.
My guest this evening is a professional wrestler, a Speedo fighter, a former Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion of the World, a wrestling promoter, a vlogger, or a vlogger if you prefer, a dad, a Marvel Legends collector, a Hot Toys collector, and he is played by Julian. His name, once again, is Ethan Page.
That was great.
Like that? That was good.
Also, two-time Impact World.
I totally effed it up, dude.
Look, it's not that big of a deal, but kind of.
All ego needs to point out that it's a two-time.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah. So once again, guys, we're talking about hot toys in this live stream, and I figured that we would kind of get into that by asking you, Ethan Page or Julian.
Yeah.
Why do you collect these overpriced pieces of plastic and fabric?
I'm so glad you said that. I only buy them to flex on my friends.
Nice. So do I.
No, that's not true. Okay, so I have a friend. His name's Steve. He's in a couple of my videos.
Steve Brown.
Steve Brown. Yeah. Okay. So he's world renowned. I would hope everyone would know. So he and I would go on toy hunts. We share love for toys, especially when it comes to like Black Series and especially Marvel Legends. And before they got changed, the DC Multiverse stuff when they were in the red boxes, and the DC movies were just getting pumped out every single month. But through that, we always would hype up. It'd be sick though if one day we bought a hot toy. Oh, yeah. No way, man. There's no way. So you have years and years and years of like kind of like hyping each other up. Like, this is the greatest accomplishment as a toy collector that we could ever have.
Yeah.
So I naturally set goals as if like this was a real thing that I need to obtain.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was I pre-ordered a Mezco Wolverine, Tiger Stripe Wolverine.
Nice.
So I paid whatever the regular price was on the website, and I ended up getting a deal with Mezco and getting it like half off to like post pictures of it and whatever. So nice. For me, I'm like, okay, this is worth it. Then through connections of figure photography and yada yada, someone is looking to trade a hot toy Deadpool from the movie.
Oh, nice.
For that specific Wolverine.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a buddy of mine on Instagram, and he was just saying like, yo, you know that Wolverine is going for like $350 on eBay. And I'm like, no, I had no idea. I just really like the toy. And that to me was like my big splurge.
Yeah.
Was getting like a fabricked 6-inch figure with like interchangeable heads, whatever. The Mezco figures are great if you're into 6-inch figs. So I was like, that's my splurge.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ended up trading, and now I'm holding in my hand a real Hot Toy with all the parts, the stands. It's I tried to explain it to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a toy like it when it comes to quality and like the craftsmanship of the toy and the detail and the like. They're made for us, not children.
They really are.
No. These are. I tell my wife they're like statues. To me, this is art. It is like it's the recreation of something or someone that I'm like absolutely infatuated with, and it's to a complete detail that only nerds like us would care about. So like, it's the ultimate toy. I think Hot Toy is the ultimate toy. But I also thought every 6-inch action figure, every 12-inch action figure that was fabricked and looked very well made was a Hot Toy. So I have lots of Sideshow, like 12-inch figures that I also love. So you're gonna have to differentiate which ones are Hot Toys for me and which ones are not.
Sure. Yeah. The Sideshow quality has gotten considerably better in the past couple of years. They're pumping out some really, really good stuff right now. Like the older Sideshow stuff, not as good, but like the newer stuff is really, really good. It's way up there.
Okay. So not to jump to them, but I definitely have to give them some love because they've hooked me up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Their X-Men
12-inch
that are coming out. I am more excited for the Gambit that they just released and the deluxe Cyclops with the brown jacket.
Yeah.
I think than anything right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes.
Dude, that thing looks freaking awesome.
It's here, I'll show it to you.
Oh, here we go.
Just know the glass is being opened, guys. The glass is cracking. Okay, this is a big deal. The glass is not open. The glass never opens.
And I see you still have that Deadpool, so that's your cherry popper right there.
Yeah, this is the cherry popper.
Nice.
So this thing truly is magnificent.
That looks awesome.
Dude, it's great. Like the piping and the cape to be able to stand it how you want. The helmet, I believe, comes off. Yep. Mm-hmm. There's also like different head options and stuff like that. So yeah, I like love this figure. There's effects for like the magnetizing and a bunch of like little accessories with it. Yeah, their X-Men stuff is incredible.
I've considered getting that one multiple times. I know that the exclusive one has like a Cerebro that he can hold in his hand, the Cerebro helmet. Ooh, is that the one you have, or do you have the standard version?
I'll be able to check very quickly. Oh wait, hold on. We're live, so maybe we'll check that after. I don't want to be. I was like, oh man, he can edit this out, but no, he can't. But yeah, here's the cherry popper, and like, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like when I held it, I was like, oh my god, it's real fabric. I had no idea. Oh my god, like everything is pretty much customizable with what they said. So I was blown away, and then from there, I was like, okay, well, now I have to collect these. So
yeah, it was that figure there was my figure of the year. I think it was 2 years ago because I do like an annual award show for action figures, and it's called the Cincy Awards, and I think that was my number one actually.
Really?
Yeah. I love that figure.
I love it. And like the crazy thing, like you pop the eyes out and change the eyes. All the Spider-Mans are like that too, which like I love a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Okay. We'll get into those because you want to talk about favorite Hot Toys.
Yes.
But yeah, this started it all. And then it was like not a downward spiral, but I literally told my friend Steve, I said, before the end of 2020, I want to have 10 Hot Toys. I don't know if I'm there because I thought some were Hot Toys, ended up being Sideshow. But I mean, the prices are relatively close. So in my mind, I accomplished my goal.
You're paying Hot Toy prices. So does Steve have any Hot Toys? Does he have any yet? No. Okay.
No. I popped his Mezco cherry last Christmas. So I'm trying to tantalize my friends into getting the more expensive stuff so that, you know, once you find someone that's like collects the same stuff as you, then you can kind of convince each other to do dumb shit and buy more.
Oh, trust me, I know. The Hot Toys game is a slippery slope, and as soon as you buy one, you're like addicted. Like, there's very few people that I know that have bought just one and been happy with one. I got one by accident. My first one, my cherry popper, was a Christian Bale Batman from Dark Knight. I got that one. And the reason I got that is because I did a trade at a convention. I had a bunch of credits, and I collected Bowen statues at the time. And the guy didn't have any Bowen statues left. So I'm like looking around. I had like $350 in credit. And I'm like, what's that? Picked it up, got it home. I'm like, holy crap. I've been missing these things, and you know, all this time as a collector. So I got into it, and you know, I have, where the hell am I pointing? Over all of these now.
So how many do you have?
I lost count. It's like over 40 at this point. Yeah. I had at one point I had like in the 60s or 70s, but I had to slim the collection down because I moved from Cincinnati to Texas. I live in Dallas. So I had to.
You can't be Cincy nerd anymore, man.
I know. Well, this started as like a geographical location for me, where I started the channel, but now it's like my name online. So I kept it.
It's the brand, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So let's see what's going on in the chat real quick, and then we'll start talking about our favorite ones of 2020. Let's see if there's any questions real quick. Let's see. Awesome retro X-Men on that wall, Bullwinkle says.
Thank you. They're the originals.
Oh, they are. Old school.
It's not the remade Hasbro ones.
Do you like the remade Hasbro ones? We're getting off topic here, but do you like those?
I do, because of the like old school like carding and stuff. Here, I have one right here. I'll pull it out. Like I've got this the Deadpool one.
Mm-hmm.
So I collect like very select ones of these, and mostly it's for the box art. And I do really like them, but I feel like they're just repainting a lot of molds to kind of pump out figures that became very popular, and they're kind of driving down the secondary like price, because like there's like the Electro's going for a lot, but then they just re-released it. So is it then they're like a lot of the Spider-Man villains they're rethrowing out. So to me it hurts, because there was points in my career where I was doing well before all of the craziness. So, you know, dropping $100 on one Marvel Legend after a good weekend of selling 50 t-shirts, not the worst thing to do. And now I'm like, you know, starving in the pandemic, I'm like, ooh, I might try and flip that $100 Marvel Legend, but now I can't, because the value has been dropped down. They re-released it in like a flat back like this. So I like them for what they look like, but I hate them for what they represent, if that makes sense.
It's actually very interesting that you brought up reissues, because I was going to bring this up later on in the stream, but why not bring it up now? It's kind of a natural segue. Reissues for Hot Toys. They have recently re-released several Hot Toys, including the Mark 47, the Iron Man die-cast from Homecoming, the Death Trooper. They're re-releasing the Bale Batman, the Bat Pod from Dark Knight Rises, and potentially the Shore Trooper. So what do you think? Yeah.
I like it because I'm the person buying, not selling.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It's tough because if you miss out on the original release, see, I wish it was like comic books. And it would be awesome if the second release came with a little bit of a change so that you could differentiate from the first release and the second. But realistically, they're probably just using the same molds and having them come out. So I guess they could paint them different, but comic books, if they re-release, they're printed differently and they'll change the cover a bit. But I don't know, man. Like, if they come up with something that I want, like if they're gonna do 89 Batman as a hot toy, I don't give a shit. Screw the guy selling it for 1,300 on eBay.
Exactly.
I want that very badly. Or if they re-release the first Guardian Star-Lord, yeah, I mean, I would be very grateful of you, Hot Toys, for re-releasing a toy that I refuse to spend $800 on.
Right.
So in that sense, yes, but I understand if it comes to, like, if someone bought it when it first came out, I don't think it should devalue what it is now. And again, like I was explaining to my wife, I don't know if you agree with this or not, because you're much more deep in the Hot Toys game than me. I was essentially telling her, like, whatever the pre-order price is, it doesn't mean shit. This is the only thing in collecting that the second you take it out of the mailing box, it's worth more money. I don't know why. I don't understand why. It's like only these freaking toys.
Yeah.
It's because you physically have it in your hand. I could flip it. No problem. For more than what it's worth. I don't know why. I have no clue why. I don't know if it's because they only make the pre-order amount. I genuinely have no clue, but it's like a weird little trick where I'm like telling my wife, like, well, it's worth more the minute it shows up. So if you really think it's that bad of an investment, we can just sell it. And there's gonna be someone that buys it. Yeah. There's gonna be someone that's missed out on the pre-order and regretted not buying it, or someone like me that is getting into them and missed the many years before of awesome releases. So I don't know.
I think it has to do with like the delayed release, because a lot of this stuff releases early in Hong Kong. And once a guy gets his hands on it from that early release in Hong Kong, it usually takes about 2 to 3 months to show up in the US. But by that time, people are already reviewing the thing on YouTube. So people watch these reviews. They're like, oh, he's got it in hand. Damn, that looks much better than it did in the pictures. I'm going to pre-order it now. And then pre-orders are now selling out. So not even like once it goes live and it's like available to put in your cart and ship, this sucker's selling out in pre-order.
Yeah.
There's a lot of figures that are doing that now. So that's why, like, once it sells out in pre-order, like you get a figure in your hand. If you pre-ordered it, you get it in your hand. That thing's possibly doubled in price.
Yeah. It's insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah. So my least favorite hot toy I have is weirdly one of the ones I chased the most, and I just gave up and I got the Infinity War version. But Star-Lord's like one of my favorite characters ever. So it was like a Father's Day gift to me. My wife was like, hey, just go get that Guardians toy you've been looking for. And I was like, okay. So I'm looking for first movie Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord. I'm not gonna find it for less than $800, $900.
Yeah, it's crazy.
550 American. That's almost 800 Canadian plus shipping, duty, whatever. And any hot toy I order from Sideshow Collectibles to come to my house, add $50.
$50 for shipping?
And then no, that's not the shipping cost. That's the duty when it comes to my house. The whatever government that from having something cross the border to come to my house, I'm paying $50 to $70 Canadian on top.
That's ridiculous.
$25 to $30 American to ship. Then if the toy is $250, it's $325 Canadian.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like to even begin this journey of buying these toys was like a very hard thing for me to get into because of where I live.
I don't know if you already do this, but have you thought about maybe getting like a P.O. box right near the border and then having stuff shipped to there?
Yes. I have a friend in Cleveland who I have stuff shipped to. I have such a weird, so like the hot toys I'm obsessed with. I'll eat the $50, but it needs to come directly to me. I can't have this like crown jewel of an item sitting in my friend's house and there's a flood or I don't know. With these, the value's too high for me to risk any kind of like unknown.
Yeah.
Just come to my house.
That's a good point.
Get it sent right to my house. Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen to that thing when it's in his house.
I don't.
Someone could
sit on it. Man. I trust the man. He has collected many Marvel Legends, many boxed Batman animated series, carded figures in great condition. He's taking care of amazing stuff for me. I just like when I commit to buying one of these toys, it's either in celebration of something or it's a character I really want, or I don't know. There's always a reason. I'm not just willy-nilly pre-ordering Hot Toys because I had too many vodka crayons. It's like oh, you know, something I just got this promotion, or like I said, like I had an insane merch weekend, or I did 7 shows in 3 days. This is my reward, or this is me paying myself for the Body Guy extravaganza cartoon I did on my YouTube page, or whatever. That's where it's coming from. So it also adds a little attachment and value to the toy for me too.
Definitely. Well, do you want to get into your favorite ones of 2020? I've picked
out. You're gonna have to tell me which ones are actually from 2020 and which ones are from 2019. But I can show you the ones I got in 2020.
Yeah, just show whatever your favorite ones that you've picked up this year are. I've got like 4 here. And I'm gonna save what I think is the best for last. So
okay, I'll save my best for last too.
Okay. But I'm not going to rank these on my side. You can rank them if you want, but I'm not going to rank them because I'm saving that for the award show at the end of the year.
You do what you got to do. I'm just going to be like, yep, I bought this one, and this is why.
Okay. All right. Why don't you start then?
Okay, sure. So the first one I showed you guys was the Deadpool one. That one I got in, I want to say 2019, and it kind of sparked everything going into 2020 for collecting with those. I did get like a Batman and Joker. It was essentially the first purchase once I got the Hot Toy. Found out today on this live stream they're not Hot Toys, but I really like them.
Okay.
But if we're going Hot Toy specific, I'll start off with this bad boy right here.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Got the 2099 video game suit from the Spider-Man Marvel video game.
That's awesome.
Which I beat with my fans on Twitch, so it's almost like a little bit of a trophy for work.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like the thing with this toy that absolutely blew my mind is like the ability and mobility of it and like flexibility of all the design, because you can bend the toy and it doesn't crack the emblem on his chest. It actually bends with the toy and stretches or compresses. It's insane. Like that blew my mind, because like when you're pulling it, it's attached in every way. So the actual logo has to be able to stretch.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Because the center logo looks like a hard plastic. Yeah, I thought it looked. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll take it out and then I'll show you.
Because I thought that the articulation would be restricted because of that logo. That's freaking awesome.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
So then when you like crunch it, it like folds in. But the other way was like mind blowing to me. Yeah. So you can set it up whichever way you want, and it's not gonna mess with the figure at all. And then obviously you have the accessories and the hands and all that kind of stuff, and you can change the face. But yeah, this to me, I'm not even in love with the character. I'm really not. I'm a Peter Parker guy through and through.
Yeah. Don't
own a Peter Parker Hot Toy, but I have multiple Spider-Man Hot Toys just by the design alone. And yeah, I love this toy. Like I love it.
I think that body is a different body because I have 2. I have the Endgame and I have I think that's Homecoming Spider-Man down there. But like when you articulated the abs, it was like a ratchet joint. I've never seen that before. Or
you can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's a distinct difference in the quality with these and the other 12-inch figures I was talking about from Sideshow. We already spoke very highly of them, so they can't be mad at me. I love Sideshow collectibles figures.
I do too.
But this is one of the toys, when I opened it and I held it, I was like, okay, I understand where my money went. If that makes any sense. Yeah. This one to me, and like the two, like they came out with the Gameverse toys for Marvel Legends, which I was a really big fan of because I'm a really big fan of the game. This to me, like, what's the word? Commemorates or whatever. It like honors the game in like such an amazing way.
Oh yeah.
It, like, dude, I can only say it's amazing so many times, but yeah,
cool.
like even look at the bottom of the feet. Like the detail's crazy.
I know.
It's insane. They don't miss an inch of this thing.
And it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, so that's pretty cool too.
Yes. But yeah. And like I suck with the accessories and stuff like that. Like I wish I had a lot more space. Or even like tables to do dioramas. My ultimate goal would be to be able to have like a wall with shelving and backdrops and props and have these things look like they're in action or interacting with each other and like some kind of like art display. But for now, they sit in the I call case of expensive shit till I get another one. But yeah, I'll start off with this one. I love the 2099 Spider-Man.
Nice. Very good one. I like it. My first one is from Endgame, and it is Ronin / Hawkeye.
Oh, that one looks sick.
It's badass. The reason I got this one is because I freaking love that scene in Endgame when he's Ronin and he's just hunting after, I think they were Yakuza. And it was only, like 5 minutes long, but it was such a badass scene. And I loved the character from the comic books. I'm a big comic book guy too. So I had to get this one. But he can be posed either way as Hawkeye or as Ronin. So it's a
really?
Yeah. This like vest unzips and he has a different coat for Hawkeye. And then
holy crap.
He has another head sculpt with Jeremy Renner face sculpt. But yeah, you can pose it either way. The vest was hard as hell to get on. The zipper did not want to go. I had to kind of fiddle with it, but it's a badass figure.
So you might know more about this than me. Not to chew too much time outside of just straight up Hot Toys, but okay, so I heard a rumor, aka read on the internet, which is how everyone gets their rumors now, that Pedro Pascal is not happy with Disney.
I heard something too. I don't know about the validity of it, but like I heard something about him wanting more screen time without his helmet on.
Yeah. Okay. Can I give you my theory why?
Yes, please.
Okay. Mandalorian Hot Toy, Mandalorian Black Series, Mandalorian Mask, Mandalorian premium figure. If his likeness is not involved, I don't think he makes money.
No money. Yeah.
What was released Black Series this year?
The one with the removable helmet. It's all
with
about
his
the money.
face and likeness. So I think it had to do with merchandise. My next one was going to be the Mandalorian Hot Toy from the first 2 episodes with the tattered cape and the damaged armor, whatever. I was like so on the fence about it because later he changes and he gets Grogu and like there's so many more toys coming out and stuff like that. Then I went back and I rewatched the first season before the second one came out. And I was just watching the scene where at the time the child uses the Force for the first time and stops that giant boar and covered in mud. Yeah. I ordered that shit that right while I'm watching the episode, like, yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
Like such an amazing toy. But I thought about him right away. So the minute I heard he wasn't happy, automatically you assume it's about money because it can't be creatively. It's the best show ever made. Like start to finish, if they never made another episode again, it's the perfect show. But anyways, I was like, oh, it has to be his likeness and him not making as much money as people that have their masks off.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, I figured you would have heard something. I don't know. You're in the toy biz, Cincy.
I didn't hear anything as far as anything substantiating that, but like that does make total sense that he wanted that merchandise money. That's a lot of money when you talk about it.
This season, multiple episodes, no mask.
Yeah, exactly. And he only showed it one time in season 1 when he was injured.
Yeah, right at the end. It was, but that it made it special though.
Yeah,
I feel like that made it so special, and then it added like weight to when he had to take the masks off for the second season. I don't know. I just figured I'd bring it up because I was like, oh, it's such a That's such a toy thing.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and throw this out there. Spoiler alert, because the discussion might venture into the finale for season 2 for The Mandalorian. So if you have not seen the finale for The Mandalorian season 2, I'm asking you to please leave. I hate doing that, but at the same time, I don't want to be responsible for ruining one of the best things I've seen literally all year.
Yeah, maybe more than just all year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Jesus, I mean, how long has it been since you saw something that freaking awesome?
Well, most things build to this moment and don't deliver. Like
Yeah.
people bring up the show Lost all the time to me.
Yeah.
Like this amazing show, and then in the end, they're just like, ugh, what a terrible way to end it. Or
Exactly.
Dexter, apparently the same thing. Long
Yeah.
series. Dude, this they were building this thing up, right?
Yeah.
They gave an entire 2 seasons to a show to watch a man in a metal suit deliver an ugly baby to who?
An ugly baby.
To who? Literally to who? You
Yeah.
don't know. You don't know. You're watching this guy just eat shit every episode. Whatever he's planning, yeah, it's fucked up. Some fucked up shit's gonna happen. Is things gonna explode, or that's the worst life ever. All he wants to do is just deliver this ugly ass baby to somebody, and he doesn't even know who. You find out, you're just like, oh, it was all worth it.
It was.
Everything was worth it.
It was incredible.
I'm blown away. I was blown away.
I've literally never ever seen a television show that every episode I watch is considerably better than the previous one. Just like you said, Lost and Dexter. I watched every one of those episodes. You can even throw Game of Thrones in there. They start off up here and then they decline. I mean, that's the consensus for each of those shows. The finale of the final season for Game of Thrones, people thought was crap.
Yeah.
The ending
I was
Dexter,
big Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Dexter, I think we're going to get a swan song. I think they're doing another season from what I hear, or a movie or something like that.
Okay.
So we're going to find out what happened to him once he turned lumberjack. And then what was the first one? Lost. It was what we all freaking thought from the first season.
Right.
Purgatory.
Right.
But The Mandalorian, literally, just like you said, gets better and better and better and better. I don't know how they're going to top themselves from here on out.
They can't.
They can't. It's like Endgame. Like there will not be another Marvel movie that's as good as that scene in Endgame.
Yeah.
That end of Endgame. It's just like the end of the finale for Mandalorian. How the frick do they top that? It's insane.
So I think that was the series finale.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that because of the amount of IP that they made popular in this season.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have all these offshoot shows.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced one. You already said spoiler alert, but whatever. I won't say who it is or what it is. But they announced one in a post-credit scene in the finale.
Mm-hmm.
So they've already told you what's coming next. And he ain't in it.
Yeah.
But also, he gets the... I'm trying to use the... I know you said no spoilers, but
Just
also...
go ahead and spoil it. You could spoil it.
So, homie has the Darksaber.
Yeah.
That's important. But I think if they try and do a show just off of that and just off of him, it's going to lose the charm of the relationship he had with Grogu, which was the basis of the whole show. It literally made him defy every rule that they set in the first season. And you're okay with it because he loves the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that whole relationship that's now gone. I don't think you get the same kind of like weight to what is happening, because the storytelling is how much value he had in the whole Mandalorian rule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then his love for the child made him break all those rules. So now you're going to tell me that he's going to take the Darksaber and go save Mandalore when he kind of essentially, with his helmet off, essentially showed all the viewers this shit doesn't matter to him now that he loves this thing.
Right.
So why am I supposed to care that he's going to take the dark saber and freaking go save his whole planet? I think they just make a movie, whether it's just Disney Plus or not, or theatrical release, which I'm sure they could because everyone loves Mandalorian. They just do a 90 to 2 hour movie. You could tell that story, and you can also bring all these other side like TV shows into that movie too, and kind of then even give them more of like a reason for people to watch all that stuff on Disney Plus. I don't think they can do a whole other story. I mean, I could be wrong, and they've proven me wrong in so many ways by just pulling this off, but I just don't want it to be ruined because it's so perfect.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. I think that all of season 3 is going to be Boba Fett and his story because it's called the Book of Boba Fett. And all of the episodes of Mando have been called chapters. So I think all of season 3 is going to be one story about Boba Fett. I think if they bring Din Djarin back, it'll be back in season 4. But I think there's only like one loose string that they have to tie up, and that is Mandalore and the Darksaber. So, I mean, they brought up Thrawn, but I think that's going to be part of the Ahsoka series. But I don't see them. He doesn't really have a story like a story that we're invested in. The story was he would go to lengths to protect his kid.
You're right.
So the story ended. So I agree with you. I think a movie would be awesome. And I think that it should be set in the future. And I would love it if he goes and gets Grogu before Kylo Ren wreaks havoc on that Jedi Academy.
Ooh, that would be good too.
Yeah. Because he said, I'm going to see you again. And everything he has said, he's kept his promise. So I think he's going to get Grogu at some point, trained or partially trained, and save him. Because the last thing anyone wants to think is this little baby that everyone freaking loves and has bought toys of to get slaughtered senselessly by freaking bitchy ass Kylo Ren.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that would make him an even bigger heel.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, oh man. But how much? Okay, so I was trying to figure this out too, because of how they. More spoilers for Mandalorian. More spoilers for Mandalorian. Dude, it looks like Luke Skywalker walked right off of episode 6.
Yeah.
And right onto that freaking ship. So how much time between 6 and 7 is there? Like, how many years is that?
I forgot how many years is between 6 and 7, but I know that Mandalorian is set 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So 5 years have passed. That's why his hair is a little darker. He looks a little more aged. He also had like a slight 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Obviously starting to grow a beard or whatnot. But
well, I mean, you see how old he looks when you get to like 8.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know how many more years from that point going forward until The Force Awakens. I think it's like 20 years or something.
I was going to say it's got to be a lot, that's a lot of room for them to play too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you never know, man. It's pretty wild. Like how they pulled all this off, and to like be all in canon, and for all the real, I'm not a huge Star Wars nerd. Mandalorian really made me love Star Wars. So for all the people that are like OG George Lucas is the genius style fans to be like, this is amazing, that's what makes me happy.
Yeah,
because they're writing for their audience.
Exactly. They completely made up for the sequels, because I know most people don't like the sequels. They completely rectified the whole situation, and a lot of people have said this, that like the fan base was splintered because of the sequels. Some people liked it, a lot of people hated it, but I think everyone is back together now. Everyone loves this show. Everyone lost their shit in this finale. I don't hear anyone besides the sketchy CGI when he took his thing off. I don't hear any negatives about that episode. It's all positive.
Yeah, man. It blew. Never mind that. A couple episodes ago, they're debuting characters from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
People are going ape shit.
I know.
This is all live action now. Never mind that. Listen, you can look. I audibly, because we watched it last night.
Yeah.
I audibly yelled to my wife when he pulls the lever and they get rid of all the robots,
Uh-huh.
or what are they called? The Dark Troopers, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife goes, we need one of those when the toy is released. And I said, I'm sweating because I thought he was going to die. She goes, yeah, that was so intense. Then later in the episode, when they start flying back, I literally yelled, they fucked us.
Yeah.
Like I'm there on the ship. But I was like, the way they wrote it, you're thinking there's no way they're going to be able to stop the Dark Troopers. There's literally 0% chance. None. No chance in hell. Okay, fine. He fights the one. That's when you figure out, they tell the story of how strong this thing is. Now there's 15 more behind that door. So when he pulled the lever and they all go, I was like, they found a way. I'm like, what genius writing. In my head, I'm like, smart. Hype it up. Then they don't got to deal with it. My dumbass forgets they're not people and they can just survive in space and fly back. Then when they fly back, oh man, there was nothing left in my chair. I was on the last inch of it, just enjoying it, just taking it all in. It was insane, man. It was insane. It's the best show ever. Best ending to something that's so hyped with absolutely no disappointment. And then just to throw R2-D2 in. What? Get out of here. Like, it was perfect.
It was like the cherry on top.
Yes, so to see them interact, R2-D2 and Grogu, you're just talking about two iconic characters from different generations. Like, now it's like, that's when the father and child are like, yeah, this is the coolest shit ever. Because the dad's like, that's R2-D2. I was obsessed with him when I was a kid. And his kid's obsessed with Grogu. So it's like, dude, it was so cool. Like, plus, I'll watch it another 100 times.
Oh, me too. I want to watch the whole first season and second season all together again at some point before season 3 drops. But I was just going to say that Luke got that kick-ass, badass Jedi Master moment that everyone wanted in Force Awakens in the sequels, but never got. But like, he got that moment. He got that Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One moment.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Oh,
it was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good, and not even that. It's like the whole time. I'm just, because I watch this with my wife. I keep turning. You think that's Luke? just when he flies in, I go, "It's only one. Do you think that's Luke?" No way. Then you see the cloak.
Yeah,
and like he's walking. Are you sure? Do you think that's Luke? No. Then the green saber pops. Yeah. Do you think that's Luke Skywalker? I'm like losing my mind the whole time, all the way up until the point that he takes the hood off. Dude,
it was perfect direction. They built it like the black glove. You're like, there's no way that's Luke. Black glove. Holy shit, that's Luke Skywalker. I cannot believe that they're doing this. Yeah. It was crazy.
And the way they shot it too, you're thinking, oh, they'll just never show his face. And they'll shoot from behind or shoot with the hood low.
Yeah.
And then I remembered the scene they did with Leia.
The de-aging. Yeah.
Yep. And that was the one where I was like, oh, they could do anything.
Yeah.
No problem. They could do anything. Anything. And who was the other guy in that movie too? Or maybe it wasn't that one. It was a character that the actor had passed away.
Yeah.
Yes. And they literally just kept him in the freaking movies.
Yeah. That was really good CGI for him.
That was unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Obviously, the budget for something like that is a little different, but maybe that's going to change with like the way entertainment is going and how it's not really theatrical releases anymore. Maybe they're going to be dumping money. This HBO stuff that's coming. Like, that's all. You were telling me they're just going to no extra charge, just all on HBO. Okay, cool.
Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas Day, dropping for free if you're an HBO Max subscriber. Freaking crazy.
I don't know how that works for Canada though, because we don't have HBO Max.
You don't?
Nope, because we don't have HBO channel. Yeah, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the HBO connection with the app in Canada called Crave, that counts. But I'm gonna have to do some research before I start forking over some money.
I wonder if you can get like a VPN so that you can pretend that you're in the US so you can get like all the channels.
I think so, but that's illegal.
Yeah, why would you do that? We got off topic here, but that was a good
sorry.
talk on. Yeah. So you had said that the next one you were going to show was this figure right here,
Yes.
the Mandalorian.
Dude, just the stand and how his feet fit perfect. The presentation of the whole thing is I'm obsessed with that figure, man.
Me too. I'm so glad I picked it up. I was gonna so I had this pre-ordered. I was going to cancel it when they announced the Beskar Steel one with the child.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I love those first two episodes. They were like our introduction to this character. He was badass with IG-11. I'm gonna get IG-11. I need a way to pose IG-11. So that would be a good one to pose with him. So I held on to it. And I gotta say, I was gonna save this one for last. This is my favorite figure of the year.
Really?
Yeah, so far this is my number one for the whole damn year.
Damn.
I freaking love it.
It's a great toy, dude.
So, what's next on your list?
All right, so I have this is going to be a weird flex, okay?
Okay.
I got 2 gifted Thanos hot toys.
Each one?
Yeah.
So, Infinity War and Endgame.
So, we've got this bad boy right here.
Yes.
Glove in hand. Gauntlet in hand. It's amazing. I love this figure.
That's an insane gift, dude.
But to be topped.
Yes.
Battle damage. Right? So epic.
This was on my list.
So epic.
Such a great figure. And this is another one. It seems like all the ones that are my favorites are ones that I was going to cancel or not get. I wasn't going to get this because I already had the Infinity War one. And at the time, Infinity War, I liked that movie more than Endgame. And I was like, I'm good with the one where Thanos wins. The one where the bad guy wins. But the more I watched Endgame, the more it became like my favorite Marvel movie ever. So I'm so happy I picked this one up. It's such a freaking awesome figure.
Yeah, I love this figure. Like I love everything about it. Like there's so many details in the armor and it's great.
Removable
and
helmet,
it looks
multiple head sculpt.
fantastic. With
oh yes,
this bad boy right here. So this was the one that I ended up getting to purchase. This was my Father's Day gift.
Yeah,
I finally got a Star-Lord. I love the Doctor Strange magic for him to be able to run on.
Dude, me too.
So many weapons that come with him.
Yeah.
It's as a fan, this is my least favorite outfit. I think anything after the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not in love with anything that he wore or his facial hair. None of it. I thought he was the perfect amount of charm and wit, and his performance was immaculate in the first movie. And slowly but surely, I feel like he kind of just phoned it in. No offense, but the first movie, if I could ever find that hot toy, that's one of my grails for sure. But to have one, I'm just obsessed with the character, and I love this figure.
I love it too. I have that one on my shelf. I don't think you could see it right now, but I really love the figure. And you're exactly right. I love the Doctor Strange little discs on his feet.
Yeah.
Because I love that scene when he's jumping on those discs trying to get to Thanos. Such a badass scene.
Amazing scene.
But let me ask you, so the reason why you like the one from the first one, do you like the long coat, the trench coat?
Yes, I like the trench coat. I like that it comes with the headphones and the cassette player. That was the first movie to me is the best Marvel movie in my opinion, as a fan. But there's so many reasons why. I saw it in Honduras with my wife.
Oh, nice.
She was working there for 3 months, so I got to visit her, and I knew nothing about any character from there. I love Batista. There's a bunch of reasons why I love. Also, no one. At least me, I had no clue who Chris Pratt was.
Uh-huh.
So like I fell in love with him. Yeah, it's the first movie I think hits on like every aspect of why I love comic books, comic book movies, superhero movies, comedies. I think it's a perfect movie start to finish.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like a personal love for the thing. Not really even like a cosmetic thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'll let you know that if you liked Guardians 2, I mean, I'm sure you liked it. It was a great movie. Not as good as Guardians 1, but they did make a Hot Toys figure from Guardians 2 where he does have, it's a deluxe version. He has the long coat, the scarf.
He's got that stupid ass t-shirt on, right?
He's got the gray t-shirt, yeah.
And it's probably lame mutton chops. He had different facial hair, man. Get this look. No, I appreciate you trying,
Yeah.
but that's like saying like, look, we don't have any Eggo waffles left, but there's no name brand waffles here. There's still waffles. They're
Right.
all round. They just might not taste the same. You still want them?
Well, there you go. If anyone in the chat right now, which we're going to take a look at the chat here in a second, if anyone in the chat has a Guardians of the Galaxy from the first movie, Star-Lord,
Yeah.
Ethan Page, Julian might be
Yeah,
interested.
you can upcharge me, just not like 800 like everybody else.
Don't rake him
That's
over the
too-
coals
that's-
on that one. Yeah.
That's too steep for me. So wait, so that you showed me your favorite one? Is there any left on your list? I have my favorite still.
I have one more. I had a runner up and he's down there.
Which
It's
one is that?
Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster?
Yeah.
That's
So
a steep purchase.
It is very steep. And just a very quick story on that one. I actually bought that one, the first version, the first release. I saved up for it. I sold a couple things, saved up for it, bought it with cash at a comic book store. And then when we moved down here to Texas, I had to lighten the load. I had to lighten the collection. I ended up selling it knowing that they were re-releasing it with that frickin' jackhammer arm.
Smart.
So yeah, that's the only reason I sold that first grail of mine. It is a grail of mine. Very, very happy with it. It's badass. And that's kind of like a runner up for this year.
Question.
I didn't include it for like my favorites of the year because I kind of count it as like a re-release almost.
Yeah, I respect that because it's kind of the same toy other than the one added feature.
Yeah.
I want to know, they used to have a Marvel Legends, one of my favorite Marvel Legends ever.
Mhm.
It was the Hulkbuster. The head would pop up and Tony Stark would be inside. Is there a Tony Stark head in there?
There is a Tony Stark. It's the Mark 43. It's a half body inside. So it's his upper torso. His head turns. I think his arc reactor lights up and his eyes light up too. But yeah, it's like an upper torso. So yeah, if you can, I used to have it displayed where the chest was open, the head was open, and it was just like his little Mark 43 inside that thing. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's very cool. I might open it up. Yeah, I might open it up and show you, and I'll post on Instagram and show you. It's freaking sweet,
dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So what else do you have on your list for this year?
Okay, so I just have my favorite.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, it's me?
Huh?
It's my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. So this, to me, is without a doubt the best Hot Toy released this year.
From watching your vlogs, I know how much you appreciate that one.
So this bad boy right here.
Yeah.
Spider-Punk, another video game version. I'm like really big into colors and really big into like how things pop and like catch the eye.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a more appealing figure that they've released. Everything about this to me is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like literally the color of the blue, the color of the red, how like distinct the lines are for the spider webs, the spikes, the eyes you can change, the wrist gauntlets, the guitar, the patches on the vest, the shoes.
That's crazy. I never knew that they had a little design on the shoe there.
Yeah, man. And they're like dirty on the bottoms. Like everything about this toy rocks, no pun intended.
Are those shoelaces plastic or are they fabric?
It's all molded. So like So there's no like actual lace on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all molded that way and just painted to look like it. But yeah,
That's awesome, man.
I like I once so my ultimate goal is to kind of rearrange everything and redisplay everything, like I was saying earlier. And this is like a huge piece. I'm like
Yeah.
dying to actually go through the accessories and reposition and like pick the things. Because I get like overwhelmed when I open the boxes. Because like when you open the hot toy, you're looking at multiple heads,
Mm-hmm.
insane amounts of hands, the stand. Some stands even come with like a card backing for
Mm-hmm.
displaying. Like this Spider-Man probably has like web shooters. Some of them have like spider grenades and stuff like that. I would love to be able to actually use all that stuff, but actually
Mm-hmm.
have a place to kind of set them up properly.
Yeah.
Like what they give accessory wise is mind blowing sometimes. It's
Yeah.
just cool, like how you can change a toy so many times, yet it's the same toy.
Exactly. And I feel like when you re-accessorize and repose a figure, it almost feels like a new toy.
Yeah, for 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But yeah, this would be my favorite hot toy I own, and it's been tough to even find anything to beat it.
Yeah.
When I found out that I thought the Wolverine I have coming in, I pre-ordered the Sideshow 12-inch Tiger Stripe Wolverine.
Nice.
I thought that was a hot toy. That was on its way to be my favorite. But if we're talking exclusive hot toys, this one right here is
Yeah.
number one.
I love the pose too. I love how it looks like he's like in a concert or something. Just like
Yeah, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Yeah,
It's
great toy.
natural segue. It's funny that you brought up figures that pop in your collection because of
Ooh,
colors.
yeah.
This one right here. So I already had the Justice League Aquaman, and I was again going to pass on this one, but this thing
Dude.
pops on my freaking shelf more than any figure in my whole collection. This orange, this metal orange. Holy crap. I mean, it's the first thing I notice when I'm scanning my collection.
Yeah. Dude, that's so sick. Like with the green and even how he's standing on the water.
Yeah. I mean, the base looks badass with the water. The trident really pops with the metal look. I love the movie, so
I loved the movie.
Yeah.
Loved the movie.
And I'm a big fan of Momoa, so that one really worked out for me. Here's just a very, very quick little spoiler for. I was gonna start with this. I was gonna start with our most recent Hot Toys pickups. I have two. These are gonna be on one of my upcoming videos. But I got the Death Trooper from Mandalorian, and then Qui-Gon Jinn from Episode 1. So.
Damn, dude, what's it like to be rich? What's that like?
It's all about cycling your collection.
Yeah, so that's your thing. Yeah, you flip and buy.
Yeah, so I've been collecting since I was like freaking 5 years old, and I've gotten into different things. Like I started obviously with toys like Star Wars toys, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and stuff, and then I got into like comic books, sports cards, back to toys. But I've been collecting something for almost my entire life. So as I collect things, I build them up. I have a passion for them, and then when I lose the passion, when the spark's not there, I get rid of them. I use the money and I invest it into something that I have a passion for. So I just constantly cycle.
And it's gonna break my heart to say this publicly, but there's a lot of stuff in this room that I've lost that like obsession for collecting. Mm-hmm. The value's not there anymore, and I think it's because of these freaking 12-inch figures and who I'm hanging out with and what they're collecting, and I'm very easily influenced. But I really, really, really am dying to either open every single Marvel Legend and kind of like repurpose them and display them.
Yeah.
Or because like I have oh crap, that was dangerous. So I have like this entire
it looks like a toy store in there.
Yeah, but it goes like all the way around. And then we got the Batman, DC, all that stuff there. But so I have over 300 Marvel Legends in the box, and about 200 out of the box.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, I have so many doubles because I like figure photography. So if I have some that are out of the box, I can flip the ones that are in the box and then open the ones that aren't in the box, which gives me so much more space and room. And I don't know, man. I'm going through like a midlife crisis of toy collecting and trying to really figure out what to do next. Because, yeah, I don't know.
I think we all go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through it so many times. I've collected lines, and then I just kind of get tired of them, or I just don't have that passion to go out and look for them or whatnot, and I just sell them all and then collect something I want to, collect. So, I mean, it's an ongoing thing in collecting. But I agree with you. The Hot Toys. Once I got into the Hot Toys, just the detail in those figures. I know they're super pricey. I know they're out of a lot of people's like price range and whatnot, but the detail on these things. They're little replicas of my memory from a property that I love.
Yeah.
So I'll see a movie. I'll love it. The Mandalorian. There. I saw a TV show. I loved it. I want that memory to go on. I know you can buy Black Series, but literally there's nothing you can buy that is like a physical three-dimensional representation of the physical model you saw from the damn show better than Hot
To a
Toys.
T. Yeah, to a T.
Yeah, so,
literally to a T. To the rip of his cape.
Exactly. So,
yeah, it's insane. I'm 100% with you on that, and I say this to my buddy Steve all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy 10 Marvel Legends, or you can buy one Hot Toy.
Exactly.
In Canada, Marvel Legends are $30 to $35 each.
Good God.
So,
that's crazy.
And like he's on the level or crazier than me when it comes to Marvel Legends. So
yeah,
buy one Hot Toy a month instead of 15 or one wave of Marvel Legends or two waves of Marvel. So it's like, that's where I'm trying to find the balance, but also I'm so invested. Like you saw how many Marvel Legends I have. I'm so invested in, and I love Hasbro. I think their toys are amazing. And there are so many toys in this room, Marvel Legends, that like, there's no way I would ever sell.
Yeah.
Story of how I got them or chased them or how much I wanted them and eventually got them or whatever. And then there's also just characters that I value so much that there's no way I would ever flip it, or the toy reminds me exactly of the cartoon. Like there's so many X-Men toys that they've released that are just plucked from my TV screen as a child. So I don't think I'll ever fully get rid of any of this stuff, but the MCU Marvel Legends lose the lust and love every day. And it's only because there's no new content.
Yeah, that's true.
So that like they're not continuing the lineage. So it almost feels like once we saw Endgame, that was it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just collect Marvel Legends, or I'm sorry, Hot Toys of like my favorite characters and favorite moments from those movies instead of like investing in something that's kind of stopped.
Right.
And I think it was like the Black Widow stuff all came out. So like we're all scrambling as collectors to grab those because it's like, oh, the MCU stuff's hot. But it's like, one, haven't seen the movie. So I don't even know if I'm going to want these toys or even like them, but they're sitting there on the wall. So I just like, I can't keep investing in it.
Yeah.
And they're bringing out so many of the retros and re-releases. They're not the same box.
Yeah.
Neither is the X-Men stuff. So I'm like, you're losing me, Hasbro. You're losing me.
I think 2020 really hurt Marvel because they didn't release Black Widow when they could have. They could have released it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, people would have paid, just like Mulan.
Yep. And but I do think that after watching like the trailers for like WandaVision and Loki and Winter Soldier and Falcon, I think that helped them a little bit. They just need to release that shit. They can't keep holding it back. Just release Black Widow. I know that they want to make $1 billion on it, but release the damn thing. We'll see how well Wonder Woman does on HBO Max, how many subscriptions they go up and whatnot, but they got to release it. They got to keep the content coming out. Just like a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber and you stop making content, you're going to lose viewership. You have to
100%.
keep it going. Just like Marvel has to keep it going. Star Wars. This was the year for Star Wars.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah.
It's fully back. I walk by Black Series figures now and I go, I should probably get that.
So do you not have any Black Series then?
I do. Okay, I do. So it's a very small area right here,
Okay.
but like, I had to grab that.
Yeah.
This was like, at one point, the hardest figure to find
It really was.
in the world.
Yeah.
So that to me, it's like almost like it like turns me on a little bit. If the because you're just like, oh, really? It's that hard, eh? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna own it. And I think that's what I like most about like toy collecting is like the hunt and the chase and the unknown. Like yesterday we went to the Disney store.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to find these Mickey and Minnie gingerbread plush things my wife is like dying to find, and apparently they're impossible to find. Now they're going for $85 each on eBay. We go into the Disney store, they got 5 sitting on the rack. My wife losing her mind, like, can you believe that they're here? This is the craziest thing ever. And in my head I'm thinking, this is the best. Because now I can say, how good did that feel?
Right.
Oh, I'm so happy. Now imagine doing that every week.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like, why do you keep going into all the stores when you're in the States? Why do you like Five Below so much? I'm like, well, you should love Five Below. It saves our family so much money. But yeah, so the Black Series figures, not a whole lot. And if it's Mandalorian and I can find it,
yeah,
I'm grabbing it. I never got Cara Dune, and I freaking regret it because now it's impossible to find. But it was like a peg warmer for a month.
Mm-hmm.
We are a huge Disney family, so these
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, they ended up releasing these just in store. I thought they were going to be park exclusives. I don't know if that was originally the plan, and because of COVID, they released in stores, but had to grab them. My wife and I love Hollywood Studios, love Galaxy's Edge, so yeah, Star Wars, man. It's all because of Mandalorian.
So I know that I saw your post where you were at Galaxy's Edge like a year ago, right?
Yeah, to the day.
How did you like it? I've never been there,
dude. Oh my god,
it's an experience. I know that.
I feel bad for you, dude. I really do. If you're like real into Star Wars, which looking at your Hot Toys, I think you are. There's a level of commitment that the people that work at Disney World, it's an experience. It's not just like
it's not a ride.
Like a theme park. Yeah, it's like an entire separate world. I try and explain to people ask me all the time, like, you're 31. Why do you like Disney World so much? You can't see any of the outside world. You literally can't see a street. Planes aren't allowed to fly over it. There's like you're transported to a different place. There's nowhere in the world that excites me anymore because of my job. So it's like all I'm doing is I'm sitting in a chair, getting traveled in midair wherever I land. I eat at Denny's, Subway, or the hotel. So it's none of that is fun for me. So for you to be like, oh, well, don't you want to go to Mexico and hang out on a beach and stay in a hotel? No, I truly don't. I truly don't. You want to know what I want to do? I want to go to a place that's like nowhere I have to go for work, stay in a hotel that has cartoons on the wall, in a shell-shaped bed because I'm in Ariel's whatever, with like statues and like and people that work there that are fully in character. When you're talking about Star Wars, you have like people that are walking around giving you shit for being on your phone.
Yeah.
Is that an illegal transmission? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm sorry, crazy man that looks like a Nazi. What'd you just say to me?
The stormtrooper.
Not an illegal dude. Literally, if you go to that link that I posted with that clip, that was like a minute clip of essentially like a 10-minute vlog of being in Hollywood Studios that day. There's so much cool stuff that they do. Even like the Millennium Falcon is to scale.
That's crazy.
to scale of your human body.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. To scale. Insane. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just headbutt Chewbacca in the dick because you weren't watching where you're walking? Yes. And he didn't break character. No, none of them break character. My favorite, though, is watching the little kids dressed up as like Rey or Leia, and they treat the people that are in costume as they're a part of the world. So like they'll get arrested or interrogated by stormtroopers. It's like it is so cool, man. And like to me, that is what those parks and stuff should be, is like an escape from reality. That's why I love being a professional wrestler, is because I get to do that for people too. And like I get to have a commitment level to a character that questions whether it's real or not. When in reality, everybody knows it's not real. Everyone on earth is like in on it. They know it's out there. There's no changing that. Literally 0% chance we're changing that. But if you do it well enough and you commit and you don't wink at the thing and be like, hey, let's all have fun. If you commit to an awkward level, you're going to change someone's perspective of what's happening around them. And they might think it's real. That is magic. That's why Disney's magic. This happened in real life. I'm a grown ass man. I took my wife to Disney for the first time because she told me I've never been. She was born in Colombia, so she came to Canada very young. It's a dream of hers to go. We went. I literally said, I want to go to Universal Studios because I think Disney's for babies and bitches.
Wow.
And she said, okay, it's been a dream of mine to go. We have to go. So, okay, no problem. My first day, we walk into Magic Kingdom. Snow White is going on break, I guess. I figured this out many years later. And I turn my head and I lock eyes with Snow White, and she goes like this. I dead ass went like this. So my wife goes, what was that? And the exact words out of my mouth were, that was Snow White. What are you talking about?
He kind of waved back.
You got me. I'm there. I believe you. I believe you. You are Snow White. I believe you. It's like, it's an experience everyone, I feel, needs to have. And I love Disney, and especially Galaxy's Edge. There's like a different level of commitment when it comes to that, where it's like they're using a different language that you need to figure out if you want to get some shit.
I might be going there this year. I might be going to a big con called MegaCon, and I think it's in Orlando, and I might head there. So really excited. It sounds like a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
I highly suggest it at least once. Anyone that likes Star Wars, that really likes it, I like push them. And there's so many, like, you got to go. But when you go, let me know. I'll hook you up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll give you some good tips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teach me the language.
Yeah, I'll hook you
up. Let's see. So we were going to talk about, back on topic, we're going to talk about, we already talked about our favorite Hot Toys of 2020. How about what we have on pre-order? Do you have anything on pre-order right now?
I do.
Uh-oh.
I do. I have the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man figure. It's not one toy. It's multiple figures.
Yeah.
It has, I can have him in full Spider-Man, or just straight up looks like street attire Miles Morales.
Yeah.
When I saw so they put up the photos and it's like, pre-order this toy. I thought it was a wave of toys. It's one toy.
Yeah.
It looks so sick, dude. Cannot.
It's one of those ones that you can almost buy multiples of, just because you can put it different ways and, put different attire on it and whatnot. But I love that movie too. It's such a great movie.
Same. And of course, I'm talking about selling my Hasbro Marvel Legends, and they got a whole wave coming out of just that movie. Like,
yeah.
well, okay.
And the I like them all, but the Peter B. Parker, the one that Jake Johnson played, looks fantastic. It looks
So
like
good.
an import figure.
Yeah, so good. They knocked all those out of the park.
Yeah.
But that hot toy though.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I have anything else pre-ordered that's not Sideshow 12-inch that I thought was a hot toy. Yeah, I got the Wolverine coming, I got the Gambit coming, and I have the Cyclops coming.
Okay.
And I think they're all going to look great with that Magneto.
Yeah.
But if it's just hot toy, I want to say that Spider-Man is the only thing. But I will check while you're telling me what you have pre-ordered.
Okay. I have a bit of a list that I have
Oh my
here.
God, dude.
So we'll start with the ones that I'm paying off right now, and that's the Deluxe Mandalorian, the Beskar Steel one with Grogu. I'm paying that one off. I'm like one payment away. I got the Darth Maul from Solo. Yeah, that thing looks freaking awesome.
That is
and he was
sick.
in there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's sick though.
I have IG-11 because I loved him in the show.
Dude, I almost hit the pre-order on that one too, and for the same exact reason that I could, because I was like, man, I really like this Mandalorian. Now let's start building my Star Wars collection off of that show. And that was up there, and I just couldn't pull the trigger. And I think it's because it's all plastic. And I don't know why I can't. In my head, I'm like, no. They need to work extra hard and put the fabric on, and I want the accessories and all that stuff. So I couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But I'm jealous.
Yeah, it looks cool. And I really loved it, especially like when he was protecting Grogu. I just love that part.
Dude, it's a great character.
Riding the speeder bike. Moff Gideon in my newest pre-order. I added that one because he's freaking badass. And he had a great fight with Din in the finale.
That last episode almost cost me a little bit of change, dude. Because, of course, Sideshow sending out that email about that toy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I almost pulled the trigger on it.
It's a great looking sculpt. I'm a big fan of Giancarlo Esposito. I watch him on Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Better Call Saul. So great actor.
Great actor. Met him on a flight once.
Did you really?
Great dude.
Nice.
Great dude. Yeah, very nice guy. Sorry, I had to do a little name drop there.
I got his autograph at a con, but that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, I do have one other pre-order.
Okay.
But it's not a hot toy. It's the new 3-0 6-scale Power Ranger stuff.
Oh, nice. I know you're a big Power Ranger.
I love, dude, Power Rangers, oof, that's deadly game for me. I only got one.
Tommy?
They're $99 each, and I went with the Red Ranger.
Oh, red.
Yeah, I'm a big green guy.
Yeah.
But I like overdo it on the Green Ranger stuff. So I figured if I'm going to test these out, I'll see what it's like. I'll grab myself the Red Ranger, and we'll see how they are. Because it's a new company, I think. Or they haven't released this kind of stuff.
So 3-0, they have done some very, very cool Transformers stuff from like the Bumblebee movie. And then they're also doing some G.I. Joe stuff. So they're doing a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow so far.
But they released that Power Ranger stuff, and like people in the Power Ranger toy world or whatever, at least through my contacts, were like, Paige, these go tomorrow. You have to pre-order them right now. And I was like, okay, relax. He's like, no, they're gonna be amazing. I was like, all right. I was surprised how cheap they were, to be honest with you. Yeah,
that's a good price. They're 12 inches tall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've seen
there's not a whole lot on them. It's kind of just like a bodysuit, gloves, shoes, and the helmet. But I mean, they look, again, colors that pop.
Yeah.
This is that's ultimate. Yeah.
But still, $100, that's a great price. If that was made by Hot Toys, that's a $200 figure easily.
At least.
Yeah.
At least, maybe even more, because they would have had the, helmet comes off and whoever's likeness is there, they got to pay that person, so they need their cut. But yeah. I got that on pre-order too. But only Hot Toy on pre-order is that baby.
Nice.
The Miles Morales.
I have a few more on my list. I'm still paying off Nebula, Gamora. I'm looking forward to
Ooh.
Gamora. Cap from
Okay,
Endgame.
so I'm sorry to cut you off.
Sure, go ahead.
I always get skeptical about the female hot toys because I've seen some on display where their hair is effed up.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that normal?
It was. So I own a Black Widow down there from Infinity War, and her hair looks like a Barbie doll's hair. It looks like crap. I really wish they had done sculpted hair, but I will say I have seen pictures and a review of the Gamora from Guardians 2. It is the best female face sculpt I've ever seen on any Hot Toys figure. It looks just like Zoe Saldana. I mean, it is freaking insane.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, so check out pictures of that. I think there's been a couple reviews. I think it released in Hong Kong, but it looks amazing. And I love Guardians. Guardians is, besides Infinity War and Endgame, Guardians, the whole Guardians 1 and Guardians 2 are my two favorite Marvel movies. So I just love that team, love the actors, love the movies. So.
Yeah. Hey, let me know if you can find a Drax for me. Viewers.
Oh, dude, that's hard as hell to find.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
But I start getting into collecting these. My wife goes, "You should get all the Guardians." I go Google that.
Yeah, the Drax and the Yondu. The Yondu is like $800.
Yeah.
The Drax is like $600, but they actually were supposed to do a Drax for, I think it was Endgame or Infinity War. They showed a preview of it and everything, but they've never solicited it. So still waiting on that one.
Do you think, what do you mean solicited? For
like made it available for pre-order.
Yeah. Do you think, so I feel some stuff gets gifted to me because they order too many of them. And it kind of blows me away because I'm like, oh, this is a very cool figure. I wonder why certain stuff doesn't sell and certain stuff does.
That's interesting because like one of the figures that's been on Sideshow's site for a long, long time is like Infinity War Cap. And I figured that one would have sold out by now. It's such a great character. My only reasoning for that is the fact that they've made so many freaking Captain America figures.
That makes sense.
And a lot of
that
people,
makes sense.
Yeah, because of the price of Hot Toys, they're limiting themselves to like one figure from per character. So they're picking their favorite version of the character and then just sticking with that. Just because these things, they're so freaking pricey and it's hard to afford them all.
Well, that makes total sense. Like when I tell people I have 2 Thanos Hot Toys, they're literally like, "Really, you like them that much?" I'm like, "Oh no," I have to explain the situation to them because like when you look at the price of them, especially when they're talking about these are bigger than 12 inches, they're the Thanos ones, they're like close to 20.
Yeah.
The detail on them and all the stuff on them. Yeah, I understand why people would only purchase one per character. I was literally explaining to you how I wanted a completely different Star-Lord, and I just have to settle with the one that I got. I get it. I totally get it.
Plus, it's lack of space. I mean, you're seeing what I'm dealing with here. I know you have a limited amount of space in your basement too.
Yeah.
People just run out of room. These things take up a lot of space. I can't even point to the damn things. They take up a lot of space, and you don't want to crowd them because then you lose the appreciation for a single figure if there's 3, 4, 5 on a single shelf. So you kind of want to keep them spaced out.
That's where I'm at, bro. The glass case of expensive shit is full.
Yeah.
I gotta have to rearrange the whole room because I don't even have room for another glass case. So it's like we're in a bit of a pickle here.
It's a good pickle to be in, though.
Yeah.
So we talked about reissues. What do we got left? We have. I think we talked about everything Hot Toys wise. So let me look at the chat here and see if there's any questions about Hot Toys that we can maybe answer. Ask away, guys. If you've been asking questions, I'm sorry that we've missed so much of the chat in this, but we got into a good discussion. So if you have questions for either one of us about Hot Toys, please ask now. I just noticed how terrible the quality is on the actual stream itself. My internet must be putzing out. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's very blurry for me right now. But let me see what we got here. Art Gutierrez just signed in here. So Art, how's it going? Calvin Vallejo, another regular. Nails in New York is here.
What's up,
Frankenstein.
Nails?
Oh, is that one of your viewers?
Yeah, one of the egomaniacs.
Nice. Nails in New York asked a question. What was it? I forgot what it was. Nails in New York, you asked a good question earlier. Ask it again. Let's see here. While I'm scanning for comments here, can you tell us about Karate Man?
I don't know. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about the Karate Man? That's my friend.
Dude, we freaking love, and when I say we, I'm talking about fans of you, love Karate Man.
Good. I hope so.
Awesome
He's a nightmare to deal with.
He's a dick, dude.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a dick. So I actually just brokered a deal with the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast and the Karate Man. He's doing a little bit of promotion for them.
Oh, nice.
He was not really open to it. He's not really like a whore for the money like Ethan Page. So, but I am happy to see him. He was on pay-per-view with Talking Shopomania.
Yeah.
He's on my YouTube doing his thing on my YouTube channel, pretty much taking it over. Mm-hmm. Same with social media. He's got himself a Twitter account. It's @the_Karate Man. No big deal. And now Karate Man debuting on Impact. Karate Man did independent wrestling shows against former UFC fighter Tom Lawler. So, he's having like I would say a rookie year. Like, hell of a first year in pro wrestling for the Karate Man.
He's having a great year.
Yeah, great year.
I hope we see a lot more of Karate Man.
I hope so too. Whatever makes the money,
Absolutely. Craig Beckwith said the heel Ethan would have flipped off Snow White.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, realistically though, I was swept up in the moment, and like a giddy child, I waved back to this fictional character.
Oh yeah, you got a Disney princess making eyes with you. I mean, come on.
I mean,
that's
going out of her way to wave. Going out of her way to wave.
I know. Let's see here. Seeing stormtroopers act like the little kids dressed up, use the force on them is so awesome. Ethan's collection looks great back there, Art Gutierrez says.
Thanks.
Nails in New York says that major pod news is a scoop. You heard it here first, guys.
It is a little bit of a scoop. Stay tuned. Tune into their podcast. You might hear the Karate Man.
Nails in New York wants to know where Frankensons is at. Have you ever been to Frankensons, by the way, with all your travels?
No, what is that?
It's like a large collection of toy dealers in California, in like the LA area. Riverside, I think. City of Industry. I don't know. It's around that area. It's like in the PWG area.
Okay. Reseda?
I don't know Cali that well, but it's in that vicinity.
Okay.
You've never been there?
No, what is it? So you said it's like what? Like it's a toy show that happens on a regular basis?
So imagine like a flea market where every dealer sells toys, Hot Toys, NECA stuff, Marvel Legends. It's like a freaking warehouse of toy dealers.
No.
It's twice a week, I think. I think it's Wednesday and Friday or something. I don't know. Someone tell in the comments, but it's a place to go. It's like an attraction.
Need to go. Need it. Put it on the list.
The other question I was going to ask you, have you ever been to the toy department? This is a free freaking shout out for those guys in Cincinnati.
No, toy department. No.
So Myers and Cardona have been there. It's a toy store. So I used to live in Cincinnati. I used to live like 5 miles from it, but it's a great, great spot. If you're traveling down 75 through Cincinnati, it's like 2 exits off of 75. So it's a great, great place to hit up. They have literally everything that you're into. They have tons of it.
Damn. Okay.
So it's called the Toy Department in I forgot the name of it. Fairfield, Ohio.
Once the world starts, not being what it is right now.
Yes.
That'll be on the list for sure.
I can't wait to stop wearing masks. I got to say that.
Honestly, that doesn't bug me. What bugs me is like nothing's open, nothing's happening, no one's doing anything. Like, yeah, the norm of natural flow of life that used to be is gone. So I can't wait for that back. But I'm also like addicted to the crowd reactions and stuff like a sociopath. So
I was just going to ask you that. That was the question I had. I was going to ask a wrestling question. What's it like wrestling to no crowd?
it's tough, man. I literally have to put myself in a mental spot to be like, you need to be loud.
Yeah.
You need to say lots of stuff because I've watched people's matches back, and it's not a knock on them. This is the most unnatural thing any of us have ever had to do as performers because we're performing in front of nobody. So you're taking away one of two most important things, the performer and the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made wrestling special, was the interaction, and that you're capturing that. The fans are almost a part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to put myself in like a mental spot to be like, look, eventually this is going to be on TV. So you're just an actor, bro. And like, that's why I started leaning towards doing more stuff where it's more emotion based and you're trying to like, I don't know, convey a message with what's going on, and you're telling stories a little bit more so than, oh, look at this cool athletic thing I do and move and whatever, which I think in the end helped me with my wrestling. But I really miss getting a reaction. Yeah, it's like a drug you can't buy, man.
It's like, yeah, like a big high. Just hearing people cheer for you and stuff, hearing the reaction. I almost feel like, though, it could possibly be a positive thing because it helps you kind of develop your in-ring personality to be more. You know?
That's what I was saying, is like, it changed the way I perform in a way that I should have been performing in anyways, where I'm obsessing over, like I was saying, like the emotional stuff. Like, what is my face showing right now? What is my body language showing right now? Because I'm thinking people are sitting at home, and I'm trying to convince people to feel a certain way through the TV screen. Whereas I should have been doing that in the first place, but you're so focused on the live crowd, you're almost like in tune with what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Now it's completely different, like, scene, but it's definitely helped my career. And 2020 has been like the best professional year of my professional wrestling career. Not financially, but in like growth and exposure and things happening. 2020 was definitely my best year for professional wrestling. So in a year where everything essentially is falling apart, it's been my best. And I think if there was fans, it might not have been the case. Whereas now this is almost giving me an avenue to outshine compared to other people on the show.
Yeah. You've had a hell of a year.
Thanks,
and
man.
I will say that, and I've watched wrestling for a long time, at least 22 years consecutively, nonstop. And I will say that your eye reactions, your eyes, are the best of any I've ever seen. Like, you emote through your eyes so well, and it's so convincing. And that's one of the reasons that I was like, man, he's got it.
Who's my favorite wrestler? The Rock.
Yeah.
Dude, he had the same thing. He like,
yeah.
What? Well, it's all here. Everything is here. You should be able to tell everyone what's happening with your face. I think. So I like made mental notes like, bro, you better deliver those facials, because maybe I'm just managing that day. Josh is wrestling. I'm standing on the outside. How am I going to stand out? And that's the stuff that I was trying to like convey or force or make happen. Is I remember when I figured out that I didn't need to wrestle to be the talk of wrestling. We were doing a 4-way. I was managing Josh. It's Victory Road, I think, for Impact. Something happens. Everyone's on the floor. I'm wearing literally t-shirt and jeans, and security guards come running down, and I straight up double bicep flexed on the security guards, and I was like, you want some of this? And my face got all crazy. It got gift posted, and Josh texted me that moment being like, I just wrestled. Same match. All everyone is talking about is your stupid freaking face. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm done. This is now my career. Now my career is this. is being remembered and giving these moments and giving these facial reactions, or like I went, like when I was having the mental breakdown after my match with Carl, and none of that was like, well, whatever, planned or scripted or whatever. I knew what I needed to do for my character to be able to like convey the message that I'm going insane and losing my mind while I'm losing my partner, and we were the best team, and I'm just putting myself in this mental space and kind of delivering this performance. And I'm thinking, no one is here in this room but me and Josh. So how can I kind of make this different than what most people would do with like a live mic? You're like, I love you, bro. Blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you don't need that. Now we can just talk. I don't have to yell. I don't have to yell. I can. What we're whispering before is now audible on the TV show. So it's a completely different game now.
Yeah, you sold the hell out of it. That was a great job.
Thanks, man.
So you are going to be or let me just say this: your contract expires in 12 days, December 31st.
Oh, damn! You're counting.
Oh yeah. And I'm not going to ask you where you're going because I know you can't say anything. But I would just say that I'm very excited to see where you go in 2021, and I wish you all the success to wherever you go. And I think you will be an absolute shining star wherever you go.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm very excited about what's to come, mostly because I know what's to come, and I've gone out of my way to position myself to do what is, I think, best for myself, character-wise and career-wise. So just know, if you're a fan of mine, I've obsessed over everything and have gone out of my way to make the best of everything. And I'm grateful for everyone that supported me in 2020 because, like I was saying, professionally, best year, financially, worst. This could have ruined my family, my home life, everything. But it's the fans literally kept me like alive, afloat, and fed. Like my family joked with me during all this that I lost the weight because I couldn't afford to eat, not because I busted my ass in the gym and dieted like a maniac and actually spent more money on food than I ever had before. But anyways, that's besides the point. 2021 will be the start of something I think incredible. So everyone that supported up until this point, it means the world to me. I hope that the people that are telling me if I don't stay with Impact that they're not going to support me still follow me.
They will.
Where I go. If I decide to not stay with Impact. But that's all to be seen and all to be found out. There's so many options and ways I can take this. Just to mess with you guys. Ethan Page could go nowhere. Ethan Page could be done. And the Karate Man could stay in Impact. That's just one option right there. Or the Karate Man could sign with WWE and Ethan Page could sign with AEW. That's also an option. Truthfully, anything and everything could happen. It is professional wrestling. And as you've seen over the last couple months, literally, if you think it's possible, it might come true. Wow. I just want to thank everyone for supporting me to get me to this point and not letting me essentially starve in 2020. It like literally means the world. So very
cool. So I want to end with one thing. We're going to do a little lightning round at the end. But is there anything you want to plug right now for the audience?
I do, yeah. Truthfully, I was more so excited about this because your YouTube channel is thriving, and I want your toy fans to want to hang out with me on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ethan Page Vlog. But everything other than that, playedbyjulian.com is my website. I have all my social media links. I use Twitter, Instagram regularly. I have a Patreon page. I have a Twitch channel that I stream multiple nights a week. But my YouTube is my love, my one true love, other than my wife and child, that I'm really trying to baby and watch grow. So if you could go subscribe to youtube.com/Ethan Page Vlog, it would mean the world to me. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'll plug.
Dude, I just got to say this before we get to lightning round. Your vlog is the best vlog in wrestling. So
thank you, man.
I've watched BTE. I watched Sammy Guevara's vlog, and their vlogs, they're not vlogs. They've kind of turned into bits. So yeah. But yours is an actual vlog. Like you actually see how you guys interact you know, behind the curtain, behind the scenes when you're hanging out.
And I try and also respect, you know, people that are fully committed to their characters, the privacy of the events, keeping secrets. I've had to go back and re-edit stuff because I left things in that would spoil stuff or whatever. So I like try my very best to not step on any toes, offend anyone, but I also refuse to do bits and skits unless they naturally occur. Like Rich Swann singing Kane's theme, that's a real thing that happened. Like, I did not walk up to him and say, "Can you sing Kane's theme song?" These are just they see me filming, and they're just like, "Oh, let's mess with Paige," or this is going to be on the vlog, or what, or we were joking about something earlier in the day, and it kind of played into going into what I'm filming. I'm not like, there's one skit that I did, which was Cush Kitchen, and I had Trey Miguel do a cooking show. Because where we film in Nashville, they had an entire kitchen set up for a TV studio. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, who's not using this if they have a vlog? But even that, not scripted. I said, "Hey, Trey, you want to go do a cooking show for the vlog?" He's like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "What do we got here?" I go, "I don't know, but I'm filming." He's like, "Okay, I guess." And he found a lemon, and then there we go. Now he's making whatever. It's just all off the cuff and people just being themselves, because I feel like that's the best way to make your fans. I find if people are doing skits and stuff, that's fine. If you have really funny writers, that's fantastic. You can make people that aren't entertaining very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
But I want to find the people that I'm actually friends with because they entertain me in real life, and then I want to show the people that support me who those people are, because sometimes the people writing for them on the TV show don't see the value. I see the value. So I want to show the value I see to my fans, and that's what I'm forcing through the vlog. And there's guys like Rohit Raju, who many years ago was in a position not like the one he's in now. He was not X Division champion. He was not booked well. He was not put in singles matches. He wasn't even on TV. So it's like, I know he's entertaining because I hang out with him. He makes me laugh. And I'm just using his as an example. I've seen through time my fans latch onto him. That's why I love the vlog. It's because it's real. It's as much as I like chop things out to keep like whatever spoilers out of it. That doesn't mean the interaction's not authentic. It means I'm choosing what you see so I don't ruin the show and get fired. But other than that, it's all real interactions, real reactions. I never say, "Oh, that sucked, let's film it again." That's so phony. Yeah. So you saying that means a lot, because like sometimes the vlogs aren't long because I can only use so much footage because it's not a scripted show. And then sometimes the vlog's 20-30 minutes because that weekend we have so much downtime. I'm just pointing and shooting everything. So it's to get the praise means a lot because it's a lot of work, especially to do them every single week.
I bet. I know how much time takes in editing because I do YouTube also, but it's just, I just love the vlogs. They're very real. And I especially love your cheat meal vlogs because they are freaking epic.
Thank you, dude.
So damn hungry.
Yeah, that's like my favorite comments is like, I was watching the latest vlog and halfway through I had to order a pizza. I'm just like, good. Well, get your local pizza place to start paying me because I'm making all my fans hungry. Which that's the latest vlog. Myself and Josh Alexander drive 12 hours home, and we let fans vote on Twitter where we eat, and we ate like
the whole way.
Ass dudes. It was the best. 12 hours of eating, and we talked obviously about our careers and impact, our friendship, and our goals as a team, and how we got there and whatnot. It's awesome vlog. Check that out on my YouTube page, youtube.com/eatthepagevlog. And
it made me really want Cinnabon. The center of the roll. I'm telling you, that's where it's at.
I've been getting I want Cinnabon, and I had no idea Arby's was that good.
What? Yeah. The curly fries.
Stop it with the Arby's hate, people.
Why do people hate Arby's?
I don't know. It was like a joke maybe that happened on a TV show that people stuck with. Arby's is so great.
Oh, it's so great.
Fantastic. Mozzarella sticks. What?
The curly fries?
curly fries are to die for. Just get a classic beef and cheddar and just try it out. It's delicious. But yeah, sorry.
All right, so we're gonna end with the lightning round.
Let's do it.
So I'm sure, I don't know if you've done this before in other interviews, but I'm gonna say two options. So an example is Taco Bell or McDonald's, and you just pick one. There's no additional explanation needed.
Okay, Taco Bell.
There, and that's the right answer.
Oh.
So there's 10 questions, and you do have the right to pass if you feel uncomfortable answering one of these.
Okay.
All right. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay. Keaton Batman or Bale Batman?
Keaton Batman.
Nicholson Joker or Ledger Joker?
Nicholson.
Ethan Page or Karate Man?
Ethan Page.
The Monster Mafia or the North?
The North.
Din Djarin or Boba Fett?
Ooh, Din Djarin.
The Razor Crest or Slave One?
Razor Crest.
Infinity War or Endgame?
Oh, damn. See?
It's a
Infinity War.
Okay. Hot Toys or Marvel Legends?
Hot Toys.
Vince McMahon or Tony Khan?
Oh, bro, I gotta pass on that. I gotta pass on that. That was smart, though.
I know.
That was very smart. And if I was you, I would have said Triple H or Tony Khan. Listen, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hard pass on that.
Okay.
And you left it at the end. That was so smart. Like such a psychological move you just played to get the biggest scoop in professional wrestling right now.
I know.
And we're live. Our friendship is essentially over right now.
It started.
It started tonight and ended tonight because I can't believe you tried to pull that shit on me, bro.
Well, that's why I gave you a pass, because I knew you were gonna pass.
I figured there must have been something in there for you to be nice enough to give me a pre-warning.
Well, dude, this was a freaking ton of fun. This was mostly Hot Toys centric. If you are available, I'd love to have you on again to talk Marvel Legends of 2020. But maybe in the future, maybe after the first, so that we can talk about if we hear some news about you.
Yeah.
But this was a ton of fun. But that's it for now, guys. So again, thanks for being on the show.
No problem. And if anyone wants to support me, you can. playedbyjulian.com. Buy all my merch so I can buy all the toys.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Have a good night and have fun collecting. All right, we're off.